Hi, I'm Kara Miller, and today I'm going to lead you through the next task of creating your digital literacy portfolio. At this point, you've already downloaded the class notebook add-in and copied the Literacy Portfolio Master Notebook to your personal OneDrive. So you're ready to start creating your class notebooks using Microsoft Teams. This is something that you will complete each year if you're a K-8 teacher and once a semester if you teach a high school course. So today we will create a class notebook that includes student sections for the literacy portfolio so that your students can begin accessing their digital portfolios. You'll know you have it when you use Teams to create a class notebook for each of your ELA sections. The first thing you need to do is open up Office 365. You may have this already open from a previous training video, but if not, please open up Chrome and go to our employee portal homepage. You can access the link to Office 365 on the left-hand side. And once you've signed in to Office 365, you'll want to click on the icon called Teams. Let's take a moment to explore the Teams feature. Teams is a digital hub that brings content, conversation, and apps together in one place. You notice that there is a navigation pane on the left. In order to see your teams, click on the icon labeled Teams. Then a list of your teams will appear. What's amazing about Office 365 Teams is that it connects with your Synergy rosters. This means that the students on your rosters automatically generate into teams for each section or course that you teach. Just like your Synergy rosters update as students move in and out, so do your teams. This fabulous program allows you to set up digital literacy portfolios without having to manually add each student. Notice that when you click on a team, you are able to see the features for that specific group. There's a space for conversation, an area to upload files, a built-in class notebook, and an area that allows teachers to assign work to students to submit electronically. For the purposes of the literacy portfolio, we will be using Class Notebook. Click Class Notebook in the team that you currently have open, and then click Set Up Class Notebook. A new screen will appear that shows you what is included in a class notebook. All students have access to a collaboration space and content library. In addition, each student has a private section of the notebook. It's important to note that as the teacher, you can see all of your students' notebooks. When you're ready, click Next. Your class notebook comes with suggested sections that live in each student's notebook. However, you can adjust them as needed. For the purposes of the literacy portfolio, we do not need any of these sections. Click the X next to Handouts, Class Notebook, Homework, and Quizzes to remove those sections from your class notebook. Then click Add Section. Create a new section labeled with your grade and literacy portfolio. Then, when you are ready, click Create. Your class notebook will generate. At this point, your literacy portfolio has been created and opens as an online OneNote notebook. Remember that it's always better to use notebooks in the desktop program. To do this, click Open in OneNote, and from the drop-down menu, click Open in OneNote. Since this is the first time your notebook is loading in the desktop version, it may take a few minutes and seem as if the program is not responding. Be patient, and your notebook will appear like the one on the screen. You're first brought to a welcome page explaining the different sections of the notebook. Notice that the collaboration space and content library that we discussed earlier are listed across the top. If you click on one of these, you're provided with a brief description of what it is and how it can be used. For the purposes of literacy portfolio, you may choose not to use these sections. After that, you'll see a list of all of your student sections. This test notebook only has one student. However, if I had multiple, like you do, I would see names continuing across the toolbar, and then I would see an ellipsis icon. Clicking the ellipsis icon will allow me to view the remaining student sections. Right now, if I click into a student section, I see the portfolio section that was created. However, the rest is empty and no content has been loaded. Take a few moments to allow your notebook to load, and when you're ready, continue to the next segment of this presentation. Now we are ready to distribute content into our student sections. First, exit the student section by clicking the green arrow icon. Once you're on the home page of your notebook, locate the title and click the drop-down arrow to return to your master literacy portfolio. The pre-built template pages can be found on the right side of the screen. Select the pages that you want to distribute to students by holding down the control button and left-clicking each page. When you have selected all of your pages, please advance to the next segment of this video. Locate the Class Notebook tab across your top toolbar and click it so that a drop-down menu appears. The first option, Distribute Page, is what we will use to complete this process. Click Distribute Page and select Cross Notebook Distribution. A new screen will appear. Place a check mark in front of the notebook for the team you created. When you do that, student sections will appear. Click the name to highlight the literacy portfolio section. Finally, click Copy. Microsoft will then take the pages you selected from the template and distribute them into each student's personal section. A message will appear letting you know that some content may take a few moments to upload. This typically appears in grades 6-12 because of the Exit Outcomes video. The last part of this process is to verify that the information copied to your students' sections. To do this, click the title of your notebook and return to your class notebook from the drop-down menu. Then locate and click on the name of a student to see their private section of this notebook. The Literacy Portfolio section should now have a series of pages that the student can add to when completing the steps of the Literacy Portfolio. The blank page that initially appeared is still here, but can be removed by the student by right-clicking and selecting Delete. If you see the Literacy Portfolio template pages in your student section, you can exit the OneNote program. You've successfully created a class notebook and literacy portfolio section for each of the students within this team. If you have more than one class, please repeat the steps in this video for your remaining teams.